Pictograms. Pictograms are signs that trunk and figure or an symbol allow the representation of something to be developed. Certain ancient alphabets were great around pictograms. This was discovered in prehistory. Ideograms. Ideograms are a way of greeting where a thing or a group of them are capable, capable of representing an abstract idea and known sounds. The ideograms are typical of some cultures, such as the Japanese, the Southern Nigerian, on the Chinese culture, and it is one of the oldest modes of written expression. Writing is essential features of for more than 3,700 years. Logograms. A logogram is a greeting, the minimum unit of a greeting system that by itself represents a word, lexeme, or morpheme. This contrasts with other non-linguistic representation systems such as pictograms or ideograms, which express messengers or linguists such as syllables, where each symbol fits represent a phoneme, sound, or combination of them and no whole words, lexemes, or morphemes. In Egypt, systems of logograms are known at the date from 3200 BC, from which emerged and 1000 years later the well-known hieroglyph. Syllabic greeting. Syllabic greeting is a set of written characters or symbols that represent syllables that make up words, and symbol in an syllable usually represent a consonant sound followed by an vowel sound in a three-syllable. There are no graphic similarities between phonetical relate characters and tones. Some do have graphing similarities for vowels. Primitive stage. Alphabet greeting. When you have a set of symbols to represent syllables begin, for example, which tends some B or which tends some M. You are in fact very close to being able to use symbols to represent the simple sound of a language. This then is the base for alphabetic greeting. An alphabet is a set of written symbols that each represent an unique sound. The first two grade, the usually consonants were them Semitic peoples of the shores of the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, were Hebrews and phonetic between 1700 BC and 1500.
Segundo Giraldo Villamil. In the year 1946, the France Ensign and Religion James Antonio Null 200 more in a series of about a mile. In circumference, connects the team tower with piece of wire. In 1353, an anonymous contribute to Scud magazine sock an electric telegram using a conductor later of the affair. A maze could be transmitted by connecting the ends of the conductor into two an electric machine and observing the dividing of some mirror bolts and the erosion ends. In 1800, Alexander Volta invented the voltmeter, which allowed the continuous supply of the electric current for experimenting. This became a more less limited source of low voltage current than the momentary discharge of an electric machine with light motor. Thank you.
My name is Mónica Viviana Granada Gómez. World age 4000 BC 476 at. The systems used at this time were barter and exchange. 2. Turkey 2500 BC first coins made in gold and silver. 3. Ancient China 1600 BC trade in rice grains. 4. 500 BC the alchemists worked metal and made gold coins. 5. Roman time 27 BC 476 at. The word money comes from the Latin denarius and moneda, currency. 6. Roman soldiers were paid with scythe. 7. 9th century, the Chinese invented paper, money, and the first banks. 8. Late 16th century, European banks issued banknotes. 9. 1600 at. Each country issued its own paper money. 10. World War I 1914-1918 excess banknotes and shards of gold. 7. Contemporary age 1789 present the bills and coins had variations. 12. Current variety of forms of payment. 30. Present credit cards virtually on the internet. Thank you.
My name is Joan Sebastian Calvo Paez. I speak about the evolution of the computer. The first is the abacus, the it from 2000 before Christ. The abacus, the abacus, I that people enjoy calculus. The second is the analytical machine. Uh, it make calculus. It is from 1822. The first generation of the computer from 1945 and 58 were built by with valuable electronics. They were programmed in machine language. It was the well of John Lewis. The second generation of the computer is from 1969 and 64. Well, the second generation is this of transistor replaced the becomes valuable with the computer circuits, and it is what was invented by John Walker and William. The third generation of the computer is this. It is from 1964 and 8 and 71. The third generation of computer. The third generation. Well, third generation. The third generation of the computer is this. Yes, and it's completely replaced to the second generation, introducing from programmatic programming that is still machine of today their computer. It was invented on Jack. The second generation is from 1971 and 81. It is a product of the micro micromini microminiaturization of electronic circuits. The reduced size of the chip microprocessors made possible possible the create the creation of personal computer, but PC. It was invented for John and Harry. Also, by by the acronym VGSA, well, the fifth generation. Well, this is the fifth generation of computer. Yes, this. It was ambitious project. the process by Japan, like one 1920 20 well sorry 70 70. It was invented by Simon. The next generation, it is the actuality, is the 2000. The computer is this, is for generation future uh, commanding archi- architectures with the hundreds of vector microprocessors working of time. Well, this is the evolution of computer.